Hard-working employees rolling sweet-smelling, world-famous cigars built much of Tampa's history. Well, now the last factory standing faces a real threat of closing. I spoke with Eric Newman, the president of J.C. Newman Cigars, and he explains why. Joining me right now is Eric Newman, the president of J.C. Newman Cigars, Tampa's only remaining cigar company factory in this town. That, to me, is hard to believe.
That is true, Al. It was 128 years when Vincent Martinez Ybor brought the cigar industry from Key West to Tampa. In its heyday, Tampa had as many as 150 cigar factories, and today there is one left.
Gosh, that's you guys.
In the cigar city, and we were trying to keep our factory alive.
Now, ironically, you mentioned it was 5 years ago, and you have a better memory than I do, that we sat down here talking about regulations that the government might be placing on the cigar industry. We are here again today because you have a great concern because the FDA is now wanting to have even more regulations over the product that you make by hand.
5 years ago, we chatted about this 800% tax increase we had to finance S-chip, a healthcare issue that we're still paying it. Our taxes went from a nickel a cigar to 40 cents a cigar. We're survivors. This is our 119th year in business since my grandfather started a company in 1895. We survived that owing to face this new challenge, regulation by FDA.
Okay, let's talk about what specifically is the FDA trying to regulate and how would it affect you? FDA since 2007 have been regulating cigarettes and smokeless tobacco. They're concerned about public health. They're concerned about kids smoking cigarettes and smokeless. And now they want to regulate all cigars, all tobacco products, all cigars. Unfortunately, they don't want to regulate our industry, the cigar industry, which is a mom and pop industry. Right, yeah.
The same way as they regulate cigarettes. They want to use a one-size-fits-all solution, and we could very easily become an unintended consequence.
Now, does the FDA classify cigars in different classes? I think there's something called a premium cigar. How do they classify cigars?
In the deeming regulations that FDA issued in April, they gave two options for regulation. Option one is FDA wants to regulate all cigars, but they also gave it an option two that premium cigars would be exempted. Option one and option two. Now we start the comment period. They want to hear from the public. What does the public think? And that's where we are.
Okay, let's get a definition here. Why do they not want to regulate, in quotes, a premium cigar versus regular cigars? And is this a premium cigar or not?
I think it is. Kathy Castor, our congresswoman, was so supportive. She sponsored a bill. The House of Representatives and 220 members of Congress signed on with her to exempt our cigars from regulation on FDA, and they had a definition on the legislative front. It's still trying to work its way through Congress, but it's hard to get any bill through Congress now.
Yeah.
So FDA they announced their regulations, but because they got a lot of influence from Kathy Castor and the other congressmen who use the argument, which is so true, premium cigars, most of them are made by hand, they're a craft product. People smoke in moderation, they're sold to adults, marked adults, one at a time. It's like a celebratory or event. You have a child, you smoke a cigar with friends. Yeah. It's not like smoking cigarettes.
Like a pack of cigarettes. You don't smoke a box of cigars in one day.
So we got the message to FDA that, hey, premium cigars are different. Not like the mass market cigars, and hence shouldn't be regulated at all. And so they came out with their option two and said, we're considering exempting premium cigars.
So their definition of a premium cigar is what? And why doesn't this fit as a premium cigar?
They came out with a very narrow definition of premium cigars. They said, first of all, it was $10.
Okay.
Yeah, $10 to be a premium cigar. That means $9 one count. Their definition of premium cigars would cover less than 10% of premium cigars as we know it today. So it was a very narrow view. We don't know how it's going to end up with, but our end game is we want our cigars to be treated as a premium cigars, the cigars we make in Tampa to be treated like a premium cigar, so we're exempted from these.
So if I went into a store, what would this cigar cost me? This cigar would sell for $3.
Well, then this may sound stupid, but why don't you just go ahead and charge $10 for it and it'd be a premium and your troubles would be over? Or would they?
Well, you know, the market is funny.
Okay.
If you drink buy any product, any product that's normally $3,
Right.
go to McDonald's, buy a $3 quarter pounder.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they get regulated by the government, and we know McDonald's food industry is having some regulations.
Sure.
All of a sudden, they say, okay, we're going to raise my Big Mac to $10.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's going to happen to their business? Maybe regulation will be gone, along with the customers.
So that $10 sounds to me like you're saying it was rather capricious. It was a figure that somebody pulled out of the air as being premium, when in reality this is a premium cigar in your definition, and you don't think it should be regulated.
It was an arbitrary number.
Yeah.
Not sure where they came from, but our cigars are just like premium cigars. We have a natural tobacco wrapper. We market to adults. We sell to adults. It's sold on the same shelves as the premium cigars are. It has hand labor in order to make the cigar. So we wanted it regulated. We wanted it treated just like a premium cigar.
Okay, so we got about a minute left in this interview. What do you want people to do? How can they help you out?
We have a website.
Okay.
SafeCigarCity.com. We like all the viewers to go to our website, SafeCigarCity.com, and tell FDA you want to save Tampa's last operating cigar factory to treat Jason Newman cigars the same way as they treat premium cigars and exempt them from costly and burdensome regulation. We are the last factory in the cigar city. We don't want to be regulated out of business. We need everybody's help. It doesn't cost any money. It's free. Just go online, SafeCigarCity.com, and you let FDA know how you feel. If hopefully they get enough comments to exempt us, they will they'll exempt us accordingly.
I find it hard to believe that Cigar City could someday not have a cigar factory. That would it would blow my mind.
That'd be tragic.
Eric, thank you for stopping by, and let's hope you come back very soon to say we're saved. This is a premium cigar, and we're going to keep going for another 50 years.
Next time I see you, I hope it's not over an issue like this.
Eric, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Al.
Now, if you'd like to give your input into those new regulations, just visit our website at baynews9.com and click on the Save Cigar City link. Responses can be emailed or mailed to the FDA. And that's it for today's In Depth. Remember, you can watch this and past In Depths on demand. That's channel 999.